Hey, it's Mitchell Millennial. Today I am talking about my current project motorcycle. It is a Honda FTR 223 that I'm building out here in Hanoi, Vietnam. Before we jump into the bike and what you might want to think about if you are trying to build yourself a motorcycle to see Vietnam, hit the like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, think about subscribing, and don't forget to share this on Facebook. At the heart of this bike, it's a 223cc carbureted single-cylinder motor mounted to a 5-speed manual transmission. Something interesting to note is that the steering geometry of this bike is a little bit steeper than you would normally find on a dirt bike, and instead of having normal dirt bike size tires or normal street size motorcycle tires, it's wearing matching 18-inch rims. One of the things I like about this bike is how slender it is. It makes tilting the bike over and getting in and out of traffic really easy on this motorcycle. Now that's also a double-edged sword because I do wish it was a little bit fatter so I could wrap my legs around the tank. Ultimately though, I can't really complain about the size or geometry of the bike as it fits what I'm looking for very well. Now that I've given you a little bit of background about the FTR 223, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've done to this motorcycle in specific. In regards to just general maintenance, I went ahead and I had the fork rebuilt and I had the headset bearing changed as I didn't want to encounter any speed wobbles when taking the bike up to higher speeds. Since I intend on this motorcycle to be able to serve me both on and off road for road trips and things of that sort, I really wanted to make sure it was highway ready. Now, along with having some of these basic maintenance items addressed, I also went ahead and had the clutch pack replaced along with the carburetor rebuilt and cleaned. After the carburetor was cleaned and the spark plugs were replaced, the bike was making enough power that the clutch began to slip, which meant I had to go ahead and have the clutch replaced along with a new clutch cable. These are things that are oftentimes could leave you stranded if they are in disrepair and are very difficult to get fixed on the road. One of the things that immediately needed to be addressed as soon as I got this bike was storage. Being that I'm doing both photo and video, I oftentimes have more than just the bare essentials when traveling, meaning that storage was a big concern of mine. I had these custom racks welded up for this motorcycle and I went ahead and purchased these Mad Fox panniers that were really inexpensive. They're handmade in Vietnam and they're of excellent quality. The last and final thing I did was more of a safety concern. I went ahead and I had a really bright LED spotlight mounted to the front of the bike that illuminates almost everything in my path, and it also has a passing mode so that I can flash it. The next one was I had my horn modified. Now if you've spent any time in Hanoi, you would have heard of individuals known as Checho or Young Buffalo, which are oftentimes young Vietnamese men that you see on Honda Waves or Honda Cubs speeding through traffic. More often than not, they have a sleeve of tattoos and they're not wearing a helmet or any other type of safety gear. They're most often known for the horn that they have, not for it being particularly loud, but there is a relay that many of them often install to give the horn a repeating pattern, which I'll go ahead and let you guys hear right now. As you can tell, that horn is absolutely obnoxious, and for Vietnam traffic, I love it. I hit that horn, everybody turns around to see where I'm coming from, and because it strobes, it gives people a good idea of how quickly I'm approaching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions about this bike, go ahead and drop them in the comments down below, and I'm definitely going to do updates as well to this project bike as it changes and more custom work gets done.